What's happening, guys?
Oh, yes.
Nothing much. How's it, Jesse?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you, guys. Thank you so much for coming on.
Shout out,
Thank you for having us.
You want to introduce yourselves?
Get it.
Right, all right. First and foremost, DJ Voltrex in the building. I'm Aaron Hall, give it a biscuit.
Yes.
Joined right here is Nkosi.
Yes.
King.
Yeah.
You know what
At
I mean?
King_ZA, you know.
At Give It a Biscuit on Instagram. I'm not a rapper.
How did you get that name about? How did you come about it?
Like, I happen to like biscuits, and then my friends are always calling me like, you know, give it dog, because we got a lot of dogs, you know, we stay and stuff. So it's like, give it dog a biscuit.
Yeah.
And then I came up with that rapper name, and then now I'm starting to rap a little bit, and then like, besides the DJing and the events and like the music and production and academies and stuff, I think rapping is a good way for me to get in the market, you know.
Have you always, you know, liked to rap and tried to rap?
I've always I was interested in rapping, right, before. But then, like, since Nkosi makes the beats, I mean, like, we always chill and then just, like, mess around with FL Studio 20 or 12. And then, like, I just jump on the beat. So I realized that rap comes with, like, a lot of storytelling. And I think we got, like, a lot of stories to tell. Like, yo.
Like, well, speaking of stories, you guys obviously, you know, your come up has actually probably, it's been about 6 years now.
Yeah.
Because you started probably, were you in school when you started?
Yeah, we started in school, but not as much because, you know, when you're in school, you're kind of limited to what gigs you can go to and stuff. But we started in grade 9, grade 10. That's when we actually really started.
Chilling in the library.
Yeah, then we used to DJ at the rink. I'm not sure if you remember that. At the ice rink. So that's where we proper studied
The
DJing.
1 year at Northgate?
Yes, by Northgate. So since then, we've been like on the roll with the whole DJing industry. And after school, that's when we started going to events and working with big companies that do events just to scope how they do it, you know. Yeah, so it's been quite a minute, like over 8 years now, I think.
Sure.
Yeah, like we used to like chill at the library at Trinity House, and then like during break, you know, we'd play soccer sometimes, but then like we'd just go chill, hide on the computers at the back, and then like start DJing, you know what I mean, on virtual DJ, surprisingly, you know. And then from there, like I think Miss Fanzel.
I forgot.
Miss Fanzel. Yeah, she was in the library. She should know like these guys are coming here after school from 12. I mean from like 2:15 to 5, just like DJing and like making playlists and stuff. Even during exams sometimes it was crazy. And then from there, like we started making premixes, you know. Then we started doing events basically like on the weekend, and then building a database of people.
It was during BBM days.
BBM days.
Okay. So it was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
I remember those times.
So now, you obviously have been mixing beats. You started rapping. I actually saw you did a interview with Natasha.
Yeah.
So you did that. And what is your newest song that you just released now? Obviously, you're on the beats and then you sing it.
So it's Level Up, I can say. We're still working on an album, by the way. You know what I mean? So
it's pretty much almost done,
It's almost done. We're going to drop it like around Feb. But then like we got a couple of tracks, but then we dropped 2 songs last year in December to just give it a test out. The first song was Skater Boy, since we ice skate, so we're into that. And then the second song was Level Up, whereby I'm rapping on the song, and then Nkosi is on the beat, obviously. And that's when I realized that people actually like the song. We did a performance at was it Leighton Space?
Leighton Space.
By Waterworld in Happy Island, Waterworld, right? And I was like rapping the song and like, you know, doing my thing and stuff, and then people were singing along. So I was like, okay, which means the song's potential. So let me do more rapping and more songs and stuff, you know. And which is quite dope. Like I like it a lot. Like I enjoy it.
So you guys obviously, you know, there's people that, you know, like myself, where my parents just paid for Trinity. You know, what was your guys' story in terms of schooling and everything?
Alright, so with me, I got a bursary in grade 7. Then that's how I got to Trinity. And then from grade 8 till Matric, you know, I was on a bursary.
So that obviously it taught you the value of hard work, and it showed you being given something. Let me, you know, ride on that and work hard.
Yes, definitely. So then Aaron also, we both got the bursary because we're in the same class. You know?
So like we're both like at Kingswood Christian School, which is like right next door to Trinity House. And then like we so happened to like, you know, nail our work, you know what I mean, make sure that we do the most out of it, you know what I mean? And like in grade 7, we did like a test or something.
Yeah, there was some test
students,
and there was like gang students.
Gang students, bro.
It was at King's School. Then
Robin Hills.
Then the results came after a week. Then only was it 5 people?
They chose like 5.
It was 5 people. So I think they chose out of the whole 50 people who wrote the exam. Then they only took, like, I think, about 10. So we were like in the top 5. then that's how I came into Trinity, you know.
And did they take 10 kids and then give them bursaries?
Yeah, but different schools. Okay. So they gave one he went to actually.
I went to Cornerstone College.
Yeah, he went to Cornerstone College
for grade 8.
Yeah, but then he didn't like the school, was being bullied and stuff. They made a plan for him to come to Trinity. Remember, he came in grade 9.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how we landed at Trinity.
And how has it been, trying to break into obviously throughout time, breaking into the music industry?
I mean, like it's been kind of like awesome, but like it's a whole journey. You know what I mean? Like normally, as a DJ, there's competition number one.
Yeah.
And when it comes to events, there's competition as well. You know what I mean? And sometimes, like for us, when it comes to like music and DJing and like producing and stuff like that, we normally like prefer to do things ourselves. So basically, we'd like to host our own events and headline the show, because sometimes like competition is so tough that sometimes you can't really play on someone's gig sometimes or like party, because you come through as a competition to somebody, you know what I mean? So if you don't create your own thing, and then you forever be creating somebody else's things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're to grow up and like stand up and start doing things for ourselves, and then from there everything has been building up, you know, like different opportunities are opening because we decide ourselves what we want to do.
And how did you formulate like a structure in terms of how you presented yourself and, showed people, who you are as a brand?
Yes. In a way, like, our brand has almost always evolved around the youth, because we still skate and stuff like that. So there's always the youth there at the ice rink. So our whole module was just like rotating around the youth sphere. And we do under 18 parties, where it's just kids, teenagers, So those kids, they're usually our biggest fans. And that's how we've pretty much built our.
And these
our
under
career.
18 parties, is that the events management side of your businesses?
Yes, that's how one of our business called Litty Events. Even this brand, it's Little Space, as you can see.
That's a cool shit.
Like the last party we did, like in December the 15th.
Yeah.
When we were still allowed. That was actually, how was it? Because obviously with lockdown, then you can't have any events.
Yeah, like
undercover events.
I mean, sometimes with lockdown, we're always looking at the levels, right?
Yeah.
So level 5, you'll be like, okay, chill, you can't do nothing. 4, you're like, okay, nothing. 3, you can't do nothing. 2, when they said 1, we attacked and we did events, bro.
Yeah.
And we kept them safe and everything, but like we created memories for the kids that were actually coming to the parties until the lockdown went back to level 3. You know what I mean? So the last few moments together, they remember it's Litty. You know what I mean? Because I mean, that's where like mostly every teenager goes. Like they come to Saucy House. I mean, what else?
Halloween. We also do like
parties.
a big Halloween event every year. It's called Joburg Halloween. So they all want to meet up there. Like it's always something for them to go. Because they're under 18, they can't really go to clubs like us. They just pop in anywhere.
And they're like they enjoy themselves because it's like that party you're gonna go to once in 1 month. So you're gonna save up all that energy and all that adrenaline for that one party.
And obviously, you've seen the value in having more than one, streams of income.
Yes.
There's obviously the music side, but then you also have the management side, and you've also now got the teaching side.
Yeah, 100%.
And you want to explain that?
Well, basically, like there's a lot of talent that we've been seeing lately in terms of events, in terms of like where people like when people come to our parties, they want to perform. There's a lot of youth that wishes to be like on big stages and stuff, or like do a few tracks with big artists and stuff. So we started realizing that, okay, cool, since everyone is coming to the parties that we're hosting and stuff, why not give them a chance to actually learn something, There are guys who like to rap a lot of stuff, and then they got SoundCloud accounts, they've got like Instagram, trying to push their music. So we take those people, we're not looking for like famous people because they're already like established and stuff, But then we take those kids and then like, we want to put them through a process that we went through, but in a better way, because now we're providing them the studio to make the music, we're teaching them the business side of things, the hustling side of things, and then we're also teaching them like the production side of things, in terms of like FL Studio or like marketing and stuff, pushing their brand online.
On social media,
Social media is the thing right now. Everyone's online, you know what I mean? Especially during like this lockdown stuff, people need to create some art so they can keep people entertained. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, like what we're doing right now. Yeah. Like a radio and stuff, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And how have you, in South Africa, like the culture of music, have you seen it? Obviously, it's slightly, every country's got their own culture of music. Have you tried to, find motivation from overseas and you say, okay, these people are doing this.
Yes.
There's actually no one in South Africa that's doing this. Why don't we bring in a little bit of that?
Yeah, definitely. That's especially some of our music. We incorporate a lot of electronic music, which is not so big here in SA, because if you listen to a lot of like musicians here in South Africa, most of them, they don't really put out electronic music, It's only like maybe your Black Coffees, but also his music is very housey vibe, It's still got that African element.
And would you say you got that, wanting to implement the electronic because you saw the demand for it at like the Ashrink?
Yeah.
Yes.
There was a huge demand because we were playing a different genre that people don't really like. I'm not really used to.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is we're DJ Jewel, you know what I'm saying? So and the name is Voltrex. It sounds like more like electricity or like a voltage or something, So the more we played electro, what was it, back at the ice rink? So when we played electro, people were vibing to it, getting to it and stuff. That adrenaline was cool. Yeah. And then we realized, okay, cool, let's start producing this kind of music. And then the more you produce fast music with a rapid pace and stuff, the more people start to jump to it and stuff, And then we just tapped into a market that nobody else really, really had access to. And all thanks to the ice rink, because most of our fans and most of our friends are from the ice rink, Yeah. And then from there, we're just going to every single school doing tours and all that kind of stuff. So, I feel like with the market we have right now, there's a chance to inspire and motivate a lot of people to be different in terms of music and arts and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's where Elite Academy also comes in, you know what I mean?
And now going into obviously adding, some rap into your music, have you stuck with electronic, with the rap, or have you, kind of segued into a different style?
Well, we'll still implement it in a way, like electronic. So if you listen to some of our music, you hear there's still that electronic feel. Because if you listen to our beats, it's not just the normal beats of trap or hip hop. We always include something different somehow. It can be some sound that has never been heard before, or just chopping up some cool sounds, But we always try and make it sound a bit different to what's already out there, because that's the only way to make it,
Yeah.
You can't go on and try sound like Michael Jackson. It's already there. You can't be another
Michael Jackson. You want to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah. It's like how South Africa does music, like Mapiano, how big it is right now. Because they found something different, for the first time. Because it's been always house.
And then it trends after that.
But now, all of a sudden there's something new. So which is why I always say it's best to always create something new. Don't try copy someone else's style.
Yeah, be your own like brand in essence. Because like we went to a party called Best Kept Secret. It was in Maboneng side, close to Bram. We went there before we DJed and stuff, right? Some guys were like, "Oh, are you Voltrex?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're Voltrex." They're like, "Oh, you guys are the guys who play some weird sort of music." I'm like, "Oh, okay." They're talking about trap and like how we DJ. We don't play like the normal basic music that every DJ plays. So when we started DJing, everyone moved from where we were standing, like back at the back, and then went to like the front. And then, like
on the stage, so
like,
jamming.
They were like jamming and stuff. So I think the weird music we play is mostly trap, and like people like it. Like it's dope. Yeah.
I think it's also a niche market that with those people within that market love it, and they will obviously come to all your gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
They love it, bro. I think with music, every single time we ever pull up anywhere, people always ask us for songs. Like, hey, when you're dropping an album, when you're dropping a song, like, what are you guys doing now?
Or when is the next event?
When is the next event? So we keep our heads focused on entertainment, like 100%. I think I'm just keen, like, to see what's going to happen and everything just turns out to be better with lockdown and stuff. Yeah. I think we'll definitely, like, throw a lot of parties, like, crazy-ass parties.
So now you guys are making this album. What are the processes in terms of putting an album together?
Well, it just takes a lot of time, like, to, like, put together different sounds and different artists as well, you know. Because some artists, they don't really gel together, you know. You gotta
they don't
find artists that really can work together, or else it won't really have that energy you're looking for into the track.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've been just, like, taking it easy as well. Like, we want to rush it, you know. So, but the nice thing, I'm not sure if you know Mark, he's also from Trinity House. He stays down the road from our house, so we're always making tracks together. Like, he's very good at rapping and singing sometimes.
Mark,
so Mark Zuze.
What year was he?
He was
younger?
No,
older.
1 year older.
1 year older than us.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's a cool guy. So we usually make gang tracks because he's also an FL studio. So yeah, that's why we've been out to, like, just trying to make different sounds, you know, mixing different elements and artists. Yeah.
And like with a lot of artists as well, like, you know, the reason why I also started rapping is because sometimes you work with different rappers, but different rappers have different attitudes and different styles and vibes. Like So, like when you're making a track, bro, like it's all about being serious about it. So we'll be sitting down and then maybe comes a rapper, let's make a song now.
Yeah.
Maybe the rapper's like, nah, I'm not feeling this. Or maybe they're taking too much time to like write down their lyrics, just like enjoying the vibe and just chilling the whole time. They're not really about the work. Yeah. So when we record something, we record like this. We start, get a topic, do it, finish it up, get it done. Put it aside, and then next thing, work on the next track. It's not like taking too much time on like rappers flexing and doing all that, like posting every single second. Wanna work?
Yeah,
like get the work done.
And you guys as a duo, has it ever come a time where like you want to do something, Nkosi doesn't want to do it, and there's like a little bit of, because obviously you want to do the best for your brand, but you also 100%. Have slightly different opinions. I'm sure.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't really had those moments much, because usually like when it comes to music, I'll decide almost everything, what happens, how it should go. Then when it comes to events, we usually talk together about it. It's we usually talk about stuff before any argument occurs.
Okay. Yeah. So communication is key.
Yeah. Like for us, normally I know his strengths, he knows my strength as well. Yeah. So when we're performing or DJing at a place, it's just natural. Like we just sync, and then I'll know when to talk on the mic. He'll know when to like cue the song. Yeah. If maybe there's a slight mistake, someone has to fix it, and then we'll just balance out. Like yin yang, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, for us, and also like I think we're at that level now whereby we're using our minds, taking advantage of our minds actually, trying to discover like a lot of things. So communication should be a thing that pushes us, because it's something that if you do it very well, you can succeed, and then, we try our best to like exercise our minds to be greater than what they were the day before. So in that way, we're always improving on like everything we do. You know what I mean? Like communication is key, you're right, yeah.
And local artists, do you guys, have a local artist that you look up to? Well, obviously, because like you would look up to an artist in rap, you would look up to an artist who produces beats.
For me, I would say Black Coffee, man, Because he stuck to his sound in a way, and he took it all the way internationally, And now he's just featuring all these big artists. So I would say Black Coffee
anyone that gets on a song with Drake,
Imagine, boy, Matric and Drake, that is so lit. That'd be crazy. And then we throw in like a Travis Scott on the beat. We gone, bro. Just to be chilling backstage there.
If you're on stage with Travis Scott, you have to invite me, please.
You're gonna be chilling there, boy, having a good time and relaxing. Everything on the boys.
Yes,
the private jet flight.
And that's obviously the end goal.
Yeah, definitely.
And in terms, would you want the management side to grow with the producing music, or do you have a particular one? Would you like to be managing, and creating the next Matric Rage, or would you rather be an artist?
We do it all. Both, with both sides, because we're working on that as well, like creating a better Matric Rage, and one that suits all like sides, where people like privileged people or unprivileged people.
Because Rage is expensive, bro. There's a lot of the country that can't do it.
That can't do it. You can even get people from Trinity saying, nah, it's too expensive. Like that's when you see like.
Well, even my parents, it was like I got the cheapest pass.
Yes,
because they were like, this is like 2,000 rand for the cheapest
pass.
Like
4,000 actually.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy price.
And there's a lot of people who remain in Joburg as well. Hey,
like
the Rage.
They want something as well, because it's not like every kid's gonna go to Rage. So
we just went there to go play, so it was kind of like a different experience.
Yeah. So we're actually working on something like that, but the whole Corona thing came through, and so we just decided to put it on hold. But
even the healthy run and spa as well.
Yeah, so we're always working on different events, not just like parties. We want to get into health. Like there's something called Healthy Run.
Yeah,
what we want to do, like almost like you see how Trinity did that run around the school,
8Ks,
like that 8K, 5K. Yeah, so we want to do something like that around different neighborhoods. So it will be something we'll be doing with spa, around every different spa in the country. But
and would that tie in with obviously the management side, but also would you put in your music aspect to that as well?
Yes,
of course. We'll like perform tracks.
Let's say at the end of the
then you got a set there or something.
We have like some young speakers where people will refresh and it's like stretch, have people like some entertainment, for like an hour, and
then afterwards they can chow some food or whatever, chill there a little bit, listen to music.
Then they go home.
Get people like you to like make them do a workout, like some push-ups or something, stretching. So because like spa and Voltrex were already on that roll. So and then it was supposed to like happen in March, right?
Yeah, then
last year before the lockdown.
Yeah, it literally was supposed to happen when the lockdown happened.
When it's like lockdown, then everything just like pause.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do a healthy run for 5Ks around Eagle Canyon Spa, and then eventually next to that side, all the way to close to Matric Rage and come back and stuff. So as soon as everything is clear, we're gonna be doing that, and I think that's like also it's a family thing. So whoever enjoys health and running, they're more than welcome to join. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's another goal we have. But besides that, like we wanna do everything, literally, like events, music, academies, anything to do with arts and entertainment. We're the boys to like be there. Yeah. Like we don't mind. The hustle is nice. I like it.
So what actually got you, Nkosi, into music and got you inspired initially?
It was all started like from skating, I'd say. Because when I started skating, I also started like having this love for music, different music as well. Because at the ring they'll play like those electronic music. Yeah. Then that's how I got into DJing as well. Because there was a day whereby this DJ from the ring was not there, so I asked the manager to like go DJ, and he was like, go do it. So since then I've always been into music and skating, so it's something like that goes together. So
balances.
Then in Matric I started like learning how to produce and like how to make music.
Did you have a mentor or someone?
Nah, YouTube was my mentor.
Okay. I think a lot of people can actually become a professional in something with just YouTube.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Even school, man. Like I feel like we're at a point now in the history of humans, like where you can go to school from just going on your phone,
Yeah.
Like everything is digitized.
Well, even now that there's obviously coronavirus, everyone's just learning from home. So I mean, if you want to go learn about Bitcoin, all you need to do is go watch YouTube videos and you can learn.
And you get updated.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Definitely. There's just a few things you can learn, like, being a doctor and stuff on YouTube. But
or like maths. Like it would be difficult to, well, for me, because I was terrible at maths, but I mean, it would be difficult to.
I think for all of us.
Because like that, you need someone in front of you explaining, you need to write it down. Like the class environment can't be overlooked.
Yeah.
Like school definitely has its place, but also if you look at you guys, if you look at me, we are where we are not because of school.
Internet.
There was nothing that, we didn't learn about business actually from school. We didn't learn, maybe we learned about hard work.
The theory of
I think that's the biggest thing is we learned about hard work from school, and it's kind of shown us that if you work hard, you can do well.
Yes.
Whereas like me, I don't need maths. I don't really need, like obviously slight maths of working out your money, working out your accounting, that kind of stuff. But, I didn't actually have to do normal maths. I could have done maths lit. I didn't actually need science. Like obviously there's certain things like biology now, obviously being a trainer, that biology, the foundation helped. 100%, but there's so much from school that, I mean, in accounting, you don't learn about taxes. But now that you're earning money, you got to actually do taxes and that kind of stuff. It's different.
Way to balance things. Luckily, my things didn't balance things, bro. Like, I'm kind of hectic, bro. Like, but I just feel like everything we've been doing, like, you're a hustler, bro. Like, I respect your work. That's the thing. Because, like, you had the passion for, like, health and fitness since, like, high school. You were really doing it, bro. The same thing you were doing, like, we're just doing it in music and, like, events and stuff, And then, because you started that early, this is how far you've become. You know what I mean? This is how far you've come already. And, like, it's easy to tell, like, if you see someone grafting and grinding, right? You can determine sometimes like where they're going sometimes, and you're one of those people because you're serious about it, bro. And like next thing, boom, next thing, next thing, all these shows and stuff, all these competitions, and that's it's a good motivation actually, and that's why I also push on our side with our music and stuff. I think there's a lot of people out there like who be like listening to this and watching this, and they'll be like, oh damn, I went to school with those boys, and like they're all doing different stuff, and like that's cool. Like it's it's good to give yourself a pat on the shoulder sometimes, like. I'm just glad that everyone has been hustling, and he's been hustling, I've been hustling, you've been hustling, and I respect, bro. Like
you respect anyone that works hard. It doesn't matter what they are doing, bro, what line of work, whatever. I respect someone that works hard.
100%.
And your hustle, where did your hustle come from?
Sorry?
When you were young, was there someone that you maybe looked up to, or?
For me, I'll say like a Travis Scott. I've been like a fan of him for a long time, but during the high school days, I was just like a fan of a lot of like Avicii. I was a fan of like, the Stevie Aoki, a lot of DJs like Hardwell, Armin van Buuren, like every single time they release something, we have the songs, and like there's a guy called DJ Snake, remember?
Yeah, DJ Snake is still there.
Now was it like Nicholas, when Nick was giving us those mixes?
Oh, I forgot the
Nick Cooper.
I remember those electro mixes, yeah, but I forgot the name.
Do you
DJ
remember?
Blend.
Yeah, DJ Blend. Do you know Nick Cooper?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, he used to give us some mixes before of like DJ Blend, like super fast electronic music and stuff. And then, since grade 9, bro, like we've been just super hyped up on the things.
About
the energy. Is there,
And what's the event that you've either planned or you played at that you were most proud of?
Yeah. There's a whole list, man.
Usually, I would say for me, it's Social House. It's one of our brands as well. So I like that one because, it's always nice because usually we do it at our house and there's a lot of things that come through with doing an event at a house, you know. So I usually like that because, it usually goes.
I think all the social houses.
Yeah, all the social houses are usually like lit.
Lit.
You know, it feels like a Project X every time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I like that one.
And then also I'd say the bigger ones as well, like festivals. It'll be the Fill Up the Dome with Casper on Your Vest. That one was quite lit, like 20k people.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then the festival that happened in Benoni. Timo was there. Who else was there? Chanda Monkey, Euphonic.
And that guy.
Desmond and the Tutus. It's a band.
Yeah, I forgot the name.
There's Eden K as well was there. There's a lot of like
Sketchy Bongo. Yes.
Sketchy Bongo was there as
He's
well.
quiet now. Like it's been a minute since I had Sketchy Bongo.
Yeah, like and then also I'd say like the litty events we normally do.
Yeah.
Like they're always lit. Like it's always crazy. Like 6 down, everything is going down. Like and then also the Sands, the 420 event as well. That was quite nice. Like it was really insane.
So it's quite different.
Yeah, it was quite dope. I enjoyed that.
And how do you? Because obviously, as you say, Sketchy Bongo has been quiet now. How do you stay current? Like obviously, there's times where artists just kind of die out.
Yeah. Like vanish MIA.
Yeah.
So we usually just like always try find content. You know, it can be at the rig, it can be from music, it can be just from meeting people, like meeting you, things like that. So that's how we usually like try staying current,
It's also just being on social media and it's
being
continuously putting stuff out there.
Yes,
you gotta keep people entertained.
Yeah.
Like I looked at your account like 2 days ago, and the way you're doing your marketing and stuff, right? You can see that you're keeping people entertained.
Yeah.
Because if you keep quiet, they're not gonna react, bro. For every like action, there's a response. You know what I mean? So the more you keep them entertained, it could be anything funny, anything cool, anything to do with the grind and hustle. Mm-hmm. In that way, they always see your progress and stuff. That's why you meet someone on the street, they're like, "Oh, Jesse, I see you doing that radio thing, man. It's quite cool. Away, bro." Yeah. You're like, "Oh, okay. Why? Because it's been seeing it. We wouldn't have known about your radio station and stuff like that if you didn't post about it. Of course, you know what I mean? So it's good to keep people wondering about something. Just give them something all the time. In that way, you got a chance of like being a leader. You know what I'm saying? And like just
giving out content,
out content and inspiring them. That's it.
And how do you guys? Obviously, there's times where content is difficult to make content. You're like, "Yo, what can I do today? What can I like?" Obviously, like with you guys with the new song, I think it's Skater Boy.
Yeah.
When you've got one of this, like you're playing the song when you're at the ice rink, you've got one where you somewhere else. You've got so you can take one piece of content and you can multiply it and put it 100%. In different areas.
Yes. I think it's about breaking it down as well.
Like and nowadays, also like there's challenges. Most places and people like musicians, they usually put out challenges. Like Jerusalem challenge, things like that. I feel like everyone's on the internet now and they're always looking for something to do. So I think
it's just about being creative and about being a little bit different to someone else.
In a way,
because you gotta like always cater like something. Like for us, we like gigs like weddings. Like we do weddings and then we post about a wedding. I remember we got like 2 gigs of weddings from one wedding. You know what I mean? So we posted about some wedding we DJ'd at. Like we'd play those songs, ding, 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 and everything like that. And then we got another booking at, was it on Kiki side? Close to Rem session for a wedding. And now we're doing weddings and then we're doing under 18 parties. And then we're playing at like these private functions, even if it's like a 50-year-old birthday. I remember we did like a pastor's birthday. We're DJing at a pastor's birthday, bro. That was insanely crazy, bro. Like, it's a pastor, man. And we DJ there.
But the cool thing, with DJing, you can always, they give you music to play. They can just say,
like a little playlist.
A little playlist, And we get there on our own vibe.
And do you prefer doing like a set where you have freedom to play whatever you want?
Yeah.
Or obviously sometimes, you don't want to play Miley Cyrus.
I would say if it's a crowd where it's like young people, I prefer like having control of what I play. because I already know what they want.
They like and stuff.
But it's different now when it's an older person, because they might not even listen to the current music.
Yeah, but I think what's nice is, despite the music you're playing, if you see someone having a good time, it doesn't really matter.
100%. As long as they're smiling and they're happy, they're having a good time.
Or dancing,
Because like with us, normally we test out a few songs. So let's say we're doing your birthday party or anything like that, right? We'll play 1 or 2 tracks, see how they will react. If they move to it, right, then we keep on building from that. If they don't, we change the genre. We're like, okay, let's play something else. And then we just gauge and then start reading their minds. And then the minute we get them, bro, it's like playing the Sister Petina song, boom, now they start dancing and stuff. It's like, okay, now we can keep this genre for a while. And then that's how we normally win all the time. So we normally get slots for later on at night.